Hi, I am Mandy of Mad Cow Mandy Designs. Happy October and happy 13 days until Halloween. Oh, I'm so excited. I have a Southern Skeins Advent. She was so kind as to send me one of her extras, so it's time to get started. This is my phone not on silent. This is the Southern Gothic Tales. I already know what the colors look like because everybody else has already opened theirs. These colors are so good, y'all. I have already picked my pattern. I'm making the sleeves shawl. I want to call it a shawl. It's basically a shawl with sleeves. The designer calls it sleeves, and her name escapes me. Marina Behm. It looks really interesting. The pattern looks very confusing, and I can't print it out because my printer broke. I have a part coming. Amazon just sent me the notification that it should be here tomorrow. So, then I can print out my pattern. I'm definitely a printed out pattern person. But I also have 2 binders completely full of all the patterns that I've ever printed out, and I go back and reuse them as needed. Let's open the Advent. Y'all didn't come here for a printer story. Okay, I cheated. I have already opened day 13 because I am getting the MCN sock base. It is 80% superwash wool, 10% cashmere, and 10% recycled nylon. 20 gram minis with 87 yards and a skein. Are we ready for day 13? My lighting is terrible. Welcome to the studio where I can see, but the camera cannot. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Those are cute. There's a little mini card. Day 13. The Casket Girls of New Orleans. In the 1700s, French girls arrived in New Orleans with casket-shaped chests said to hold their belongings. But locals whispered they brought something more sinister, and that the convent they entered still echoes with strange cries. Okay, that's creepy. Yeah, so it is time to cake this up so that I can start knitting. And my winder is all right here. My studio is a hot mess. That is how I live. If you've come to judge, you can leave now, because you're about to see the chaos. It is what it is. Hope y'all are excited for Halloween. Good morning. It is October the 20th. It's Monday. I am dragging, but that's okay because I'm here. Let's talk about the Advent. So I have a Beetlejuice bag from Fate's Thread that I am storing this project in for now. It's probably going to outgrow this bag soon, but for now, here it is. We'll pull both these out. This is how far I got yesterday. Not good. I mean, good solid start, but not good considering I need to use 20 grams of yarn every single day, and you can see I still have a lot to go. This pattern, I have wrapped my brain around it. I had to go look at pictures on Ravelry projects, and I had to read, Lord forbid I have to read a pattern, but I got it. So here is the start, and this is a sleeve. Part of my confusion was the fact that I thought it started behind the neck like all shawl patterns. It starts with a sleeve, and now I need to cast on the other sleeve, and they meet in the middle. So I guess it's more like a rad vent. This yarn is so soft. I love it. I really like the fabric. I feel like this is a small needle size for most designers, but I really like it. It's more sock-esque. I'm going to talk about the pattern and try not to give too much away. So, let's see. When I was looking at the pattern, so biggest confusion was the fact that I thought it started in the back, and I could not figure out how this was supposed to work starting behind the neck. That's because it doesn't. So once I figured that out, things got much better. But I did notice in the pattern there was an M1R, M1L. I'm like, oh, make one right, make one left. I can do that. That's not a problem. Y'all, when designers tell you to read the entire pattern before you start, it's probably for a reason. I usually give it a cursory glance. I don't read. I did happen to notice, though, these giant pictures. Are you kidding? Let me go let the dog in. Just as a warning, the dog seems to know when I sit down, and she knows when I hit record on the camera, because she's gonna ring the doorbell at that point. Every time. There's your warning. There's going to be a lot of, let me go let the dog in, let me go let the dog out happening. Anyways, I saw these two images under abbreviations, and I was like, that's weird. What is that? That is the M1R, M1L. This is a paid for pattern, but I don't feel like I'm giving anything away by showing just that part. Yeah, you may have noticed in the B-roll footage that I took that I could not figure that step out. I wrapped the yarn this way, I wrapped the yarn that way, I could not figure it out. It's a backward loop cast on. If you know what a backward loop cast on is, that's what it is. Let's see here. Oh, good Lord, I've made a mess. I'll be switching to smaller needles here soon. So, backward loop cast on, using your right hand, wrap it around your finger, and you slide it onto the needle. If you can see in here. My background is very busy in this place. So, wrap it around your finger, slide it on. There's a stitch. That is the M1L, according to her. which means that for the M1R, I need to switch over to this hand and do it the other direction. I am ashamed to say how long it took me to figure that out. The directions are written just fine. Picture is great. I am apparently slow. That took me forever to figure out. And I was also surprised because the pattern listed like 5 sizes, small, medium, large, yada yada. There are no numbers in this pattern. There are no stitch counts. There are measurements to fit your body. Like, knit until X inches of positive ease and things like that. There are no stitch counts, which is nice because you can literally make it to fit anyone and it is tailored to you. I really like that. I wasn't expecting that, so this has been interesting. That is day 1, or day 13 of my Advent. I'm going to use day 12 to start the other sleeve. And you make them simultaneously so that you come out with the same stitch counts and everything's nice and even. And at some point I'm going to join it all together. I don't know. That's future Mandy's problem. I haven't read that part of the pattern. Even with all of this learning that I've been doing that I need to be reading, I still haven't read that far into the pattern. It's a little overwhelming for me. So let's open day 12 of the Advent. Ooh, it's a lovely gray. The Man in Gray Savannah Theater. Patrons of this historic playhouse have spotted a tall figure in a gray suit and top hat silently pacing the aisles. He vanishes when approached, but some say his presence brings good luck to performances. The Man in Gray. Okay, so this is going to be the start of sleeve 2. And I am way behind already because I don't think I've used half of my first mini, and now I have a second one that I need to work on. So definitely gonna need to double time my knitting tonight. I should be able to do that because we're having leftovers for dinner. I do have to go play racquetball tonight and get my shower, but then hopefully I can just hunker in and knit. Before that, I need to go do some work. It is Monday after all. I should probably do some work. I will check back in with y'all later. Good morning. It is Tuesday the 21st. It is a beautiful, gloomy day here. Let's check in on my knitting and see what I got done yesterday. So, I fixed my printer yesterday. That's always exciting when, you know, the things that you need for work. Okay. Let's see. Yes, last check-in, I was pretty far behind. I did not get much knitting done on Sunday. I got a lot of knitting done yesterday. I'm still really far behind. So, okay, this is my first sleeve. I have joined in the round, which means that my speed is going to increase because I'm not sure why, if I have to stop and flip my work, I go so much slower, even though it was garter stitch. Like, I shouldn't be slow, but I was. Okay, I still have about 7 grams of the first color, day 13, I still have like 13 grams of that yarn to go. No, 7 grams, sorry. I have 7 grams still to go of this color. I started sleeve 2. It is also just barely joined in the round. Oh, like so barely. And I have about 13 grams of this color to go. So I'm still almost 20 grams behind. Yeah, and it's time to open another color. My goal with this project was 20 grams a day. The pattern doesn't tell you when to change colors because it's not designed for an advent. The dog is drinking water if you can hear her. She is going to make an appearance in every video apparently. So yes, my goal with the project is simply to knit the 20 grams every day. And I am very much behind on that already. Doing great, right? Maybe I can get caught up, but I'm sure if I get caught up that I'm just going to end up getting behind again. We'll see. So far, I'm really enjoying the pattern. Once I kind of figured out where the construction was going, I'm really enjoying the pattern. And now that it's in the round and I can just, round, I am so happy. Let's go ahead and open day 11 and see what the next color is. But y'all have no idea what I did here. The bag is open over here. I don't know what I did. Oh, that is a lovely blue. Day 11, the Ghost of Moon River Brewing. Built over a former hotel in Savannah, this tap room is famous for poltergeist activity. Bartenders report glasses flying off shelves and icy hands brushing their necks even when the room is empty. Okay. Not a bar I'm going to, apparently. That is really pretty. I do think... So my original plan was that this was going to be the next color on sleeve 1 after color 13. So this was going to be the next color. That is a really dark sleeve. So I think I might change my plan and put that with this sleeve. Ooh, yeah. So this will be the next color that I put in right here. And then hopefully we'll get something a little lighter for this one. I know that there are some lighter colors in this. It's just a matter of when they show up. So I'm just going to keep adding colors in as I go, and I guess I'll pick which sleeve they go in based on how I think it should look. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I do need to be responsible today. I have a stack of hand washing over there that I need to go like wash dishes. I didn't do that yesterday, which means that it's got to happen today. We had leftovers yesterday, so I didn't have to cook. I'm gonna have to cook today. But it's also not racquetball night, so I have that time that I can knit. Oh, I think somebody's coming over tonight too. So that's going to take a little of my knitting time. Hopefully I can get somewhat caught up. Let's find out tomorrow. morning. It is Wednesday the 22nd. Let's do a yarn check-in. So, I went from being behind to being behind. Here is sleeve 1. And I finished. So I have finished color 13. I don't know why, but counting backwards is hard for me. So here is 13. I do have like the entire sleeve to go. Kind of give you an idea of where we're going. Sleeve 2. And I finished it because the pattern does recommend that you change colors at the beginning of round. So sleeve 1, I actually ended up tinking back to the beginning of the round because I thought I had enough and I only made it halfway. But here is that. So I did this much knitting plus this much knitting. I have the next color caked up, ready to go. I was looking at it and I had told y'all yesterday that that's too similar. I don't want those next to each other. And so I was going to put it here. And I was looking at it and I'm like, those are kind of similar too. So we're going to go ahead and open day 10 and see what color it is and maybe where I'd want to put it in the project. I wouldn't mind this, but curiosity, it gets the better of me sometimes. So stay. Let's open day 10. Oh my god. That's pretty. Ooh, okay. Day 10. The Haunting of Widow Duval's Dress Shop. Madame Duval's gowns were unmatched until she died mysteriously. Customers who buy vintage pieces sewn by her hand say they hear whispers in French and feel hands adjusting their collars. Okay. But that's pretty. Alright, let's think. Let's think. That would work. That would work. That would be really pretty. Oh no. But see, if I do more than 20 grams, like if I actually manage to knit more than 20 grams today and I put this over here, then I can't. I can't do that. So I think we're going to put those together and these together. And then we'll have to see what comes up next. So today I do have to cook dinner and it's a racquetball night. So I have lots of things that I have to do. Maybe I can get my knitting done. We'll see. Really depends on how long my hands will hold up because my knuckles kind of hurt a little bit today. I may have pushed a little too hard yesterday. And I cracked them. Yeah, so we will see. I'll check back in with y'all later. Bye. Hello, it is Thursday the 23rd and it is not in the morning. I had to get up moving this morning so that I could take Pepper Ann to daycare. So she's not here. No doorbells or anything today, but she is having a blast playing with all the other dogs. She was greeted by one of those little naked dogs, you know, that's got no fur. It belongs to one of the employees there, and she is so sweet, and oh, I like to pet her. She's just so warm all the time too. But she's got a little tuft of hair, adorable little dog. Greeted Pepper at the door, and they did a whole sniff down of each other, and off Pepper went to go play. So she's having fun today. Let's go ahead and talk about this project. So, this is how much I got done yesterday. I was able to add in a chunk of this color. School bus. I'm probably halfway through this color, which is the third color I've added in. Oh no. Let's not drop the stitches. I am really enjoying this project, but it kind of hurts my hands. It's just too much knitting. Trying to do 20 grams in a day is so much knitting, and part of my problem is I don't find little pockets of time throughout the day to knit. I just kind of barrel through getting all of my work done, and then I sit down for like 2 hours and stress speed knit, so it's hurting my hands. I need to stop doing that, and that means that I'm going to knit slower. This is all I got done. I am now an entire day and a half behind. I'm not going to have this done by like November the 1st. I don't know what that means for this series, but we'll find out together. It is really cute. It's a happy knit. It's an easy knit. I'm really enjoying it. I hope it turns out as cute as I think it's going to. I'm not going to show you the other sleeve because it has no progress on it. I did cake up the next color, so it'll be ready to go whenever I get done with this one. But we do have another one to open, so let's open day 9 and see what is in here. Ooh. It's very dusty pink. I like this color. Y'all know I don't like pink. It's very dusty though. I like that. Okay. Day 9, the quilt that screamed. A hand-stitched heirloom passed down through the Creole family is rumored to cry out when danger approaches. One night, the scream came too late. What? A screaming quilt. That feels like a quilt color to me. Okay. A screaming quilt. Well, that would look really good on the other sleeve. Guess we're gonna pull out the other sleeve and show it anyways. Ooh, that would look good right there. Because I was gonna do the colors in order, but who needs to do things in order, right? I like that. We might do that. And then we could do the blue. Ew. I don't like that. But that's a problem for future Mandy, because I'm clearly not going to knit fast enough to keep up with this project. Okay, so today is Thursday. Oh, tonight's knit night. I have a Zoom knitting group with Southern Skeins. So I have that to do tonight, which case I will be knitting during that. Need to cook dinner, question mark. The hubs went out for lunch today with the work gang, so maybe I don't need to cook dinner. Have to see what he ate. Maybe I cook dinner, maybe I don't. I might have a fair amount of knitting time. I just need to remain calm and not knit like my life depends on it. Alright, I will catch back up with y'all tomorrow. Bye! Hi, it is Friday the 24th and it is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm running late today. I had lots of work that I needed to get done and lots that needed to happen around the house before I could go out and play tonight. It's the wine walk tonight. Let's go ahead and check in on my knitting so that I can do a little bit of knitting before I have to leave. I added in a new color. So all of this pink was done yesterday. A lot of it during Zoom knit night. So there's that, and that's probably about half of the color in there. Pretty good start. I finished all of this dark gray color here, which wasn't too much knitting, just a little bit. I still have an entire ball of a mini in here that I haven't even started. Half of this pink one, and now it's time to open more yarn. I am steadily falling further behind, but as my husband reminded me, knitting is supposed to be fun. I shouldn't be stressing myself out and hurting my hands just to get 20 grams a day. Let's go ahead and open day 8 so that, you know, I can just be even further behind. It's fine. Oh, that's pretty. That is so pretty. Okay. Day 8, the House of Shutters. A once grand mansion in rural Georgia remains sealed tight with wooden shutters. Though no one lives there, neighbors say they hear piano music drifting through its halls every full moon. Okay. I can see this. It, you know, creepy old house. It's covered in moss and vines and... Oh, the shutter house. I like it. Very pretty. I don't know where this is going to go. Probably not next to the pink. I know pink and green is a whole thing. Probably not going to put it next to the pink. Why do I bother putting stuff back in the bag? I'm just going to pull it all back out when I see the new color. Oh my god. It'd be really pretty right there. And then I have this blue that I still haven't put in. I don't know. But I think green is going to have to come next on this sleeve, because that is good. I like that. Okay. I'm going to try and go get a little bit of knitting time in before the wine walk, because when it's over, I'm taking a nap. there's not going to be much knitting happening today. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. I'll check back in tomorrow sometime. Hello, it is Saturday the 25th, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I am trying to get ready. We are going to the symphony tonight, and it is 2 hours away. So we have a bit of driving ahead of us tonight, but it should be fun. I believe it's Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. I knit 2 whole rounds yesterday. That's it. 2 rounds. I did take a very good nap when I got home last night. Let's go ahead. We're going to open day 7, right? Yes, day 7. I'm going to get all the yarn caked up and take it with me, and hopefully I can knit this in the car. That would be really nice, because then I could maybe possibly get some work done. What do we have? Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Lantern Girl of Bayou Touche. Look, y'all, I'm from North Louisiana. A child's glowing lantern flickers across Louisiana waters on foggy nights. Locals say she drowned escaping a fire. Now she guides the lost or lures them deeper. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I am very much looking forward to getting everything caked up so we can hit the road. Maybe I'll check back in after the symphony. I'm going to try. I'm going to try very hard. I'll see y'all then. Hello. We are home much, much later than expected. It is 2:42 a.m. There was a wreck on the interstate, and we were in park for 2 hours. It's been a long day. Considering I was parked on the interstate for 2 hours, I really didn't get that much knitting done. I am almost finished with this pink color here. I got that much done on the 2-hour drive there. I did no knitting on the way home because it was dark, and I do actually need to glance down and do whatever stitch this is. So yeah, I didn't get much done. That's okay. I'll have time to knit tomorrow. And the dog wants in. We did have somebody come by and let Pepper out while we were gone, because we were gone much longer than expected. It is my bedtime. For a normal weekend day, this is my bedtime, and I'm just now getting home. I am ready to go take off the makeup, put on the pajama jams, and go to bed. Oh, I will say, I purchased this sweater just for the symphony. Oh, I didn't talk about the symphony. Okay, I purchased a sweater just for the symphony, and I absolutely love it. It was from TJ Maxx. No ribbing, it's just rolled, and it's kind of a crop top situation. It's really, really comfortable. I think I'm gonna have to see if I can knit one myself. I like it. The symphony, absolutely amazing. We thoroughly enjoyed it. It was Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, and I know nothing about music, so the conductor very kindly did a little intro for us. Of course, the people I was with knew all of this stuff because they are a very musical family. But for people like me that don't know, by this point in Beethoven's life, he was pretty much completely deaf when he wrote this one. And he was there when it was played with someone else conducting, obviously. And he saw everyone's reaction to his music, but he didn't actually get to hear his own music. That's absolutely wild. Wonderful. And if you don't know the ninth, then you do. It's Ode to Joy. It later became Ode to Joy. Absolutely wonderful. If you ever get a chance to go and listen to a symphony perform it, I highly suggest that. I am going to end this video here and go ahead and upload week 1 of my Halloween Advent adventure, and I will report back in a week so that you can see the rest of the yarn and how far behind I am. It'll be a surprise to both of us. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye.